Another week, another combative message from President Trump on Twitter. The target? Trump-Koch, one of the richest and most powerful financial supporters of Republican candidates. During a meeting of donors in Colorado, Koch criticized the Trump administration's trade policies.
When people act in protectionist ways, they erect barriers, which makes everyone worse off.
Trade is a huge sticking point between Trump and Koch, in particular the ongoing tariff war between Washington and its trading partners, including China.
The president, as both he and I think about 15 members of his administration have said repeatedly, we'd like to see the unfair trade practices stop. But until that happens, the president's going to hold their feet to the fire. He's going to continue to put pressure on China.
The Trump-Koch feud highlights the influence of wealthy donors in American politics. The Koch network, a group of organizations that generally support Republican policies of lower taxes and less government regulation, is a huge source of financial support. The network plans to spend up to $400 million in the 2018 midterm elections.
All super PAC funding, this is for these outside groups, the top 100 donors are responsible for about 3/4 of all the money that goes in. So just 100 individuals.
Robert Weissman and other activists believe corporations and wealthy individuals like the Kochs disproportionately influence American elections to benefit their agenda. Elections in the United States are both publicly and privately funded. Private campaign contributions are given by individuals and groups, including corporations and labor organizations. Although it's illegal to give money directly to a candidate, individual donors can give up to $2,700 to a candidate's organization, and almost an unlimited amount if they funnel the money through PACs, political action committees. If a candidate wins, there is an expectation, although not always fulfilled, that he will support policies in line with the donor's agenda.
Once they're elected, they're worried about the next election, and they're thinking, how can I please the rich donors who got me into office and who might get me out of office if I don't take care of them?
This system, which critics call pay-to-play, is completely legal, particularly after the 2010 Supreme Court decision known as Citizens United. The High Court ruled that corporations have the same right to political free speech as individuals, and that there should be no restrictions on how much they spend to support or denounce candidates in elections. Since Citizens United, the amount of unregulated federal election spending by PACs and other outside groups like the Koch network has skyrocketed. Patsy Widakuswara, VOA News at the White House.